Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary, celebrity mess, and court case. Just when you think all this is over, Johnny Depp, he won, he finally got vindicated, he finally gets his name back and his reputation, and now work is starting to come in. You think Amber Heard would just go gently into that good night? No. She's still out here fighting a cause that doesn't exist. She has been proven to be a liar, not only in the United States, but she's been proven to be a liar around the world. But when people are social oppressors, they have no shame, and Amber has zero. Double zero. So in this video here, we're going to take a look at what her attorney is saying, and then we're going to break it down piece by piece. I'm just going to let it go all the way through, and then we'll break it down afterwards. Hold on for a second.
Elaine Charleston, Bretta Hoff, good morning to you. It's good to see you. First question, how is Amber doing? We saw her hearing that verdict. It took a long time to read. It was a sweeping verdict for Johnny Depp. How did she handle it?
You know, one of the first things she said is, I am so sorry to all those women out there. This is a setback for all women in and outside the courtroom. And she feels the burden of that.
Well, knowing the case and knowing the law, as you certainly do, it favors defendants like Amber Heard. Are you stunned that the jury essentially rejected her story?
Well, you know, really what happened here is it's a tale of two trials. Johnny Depp brought a suit in the UK for the same case, and the burden of proof was easier for him there. The son had to actually prove that it was true, and the court found...
Okay, I'm sorry. No. That is a straight lie. And for this lawyer to be lying, she ought to be brought up on charges or disciplinary actions for lying. Look, the lawsuit that Johnny Depp took out in the UK was he was suing the son for defamation because they called him a wife beater based on what Amber Heard was saying. They took it and they named him personally. So she's telling a bold-faced lie. Awful. There'll be a law against her lying like that.
We weren't allowed to tell the jury this, but the court found that Mr. Depp had committed at least 12 acts of domestic violence, including sexual violence, against Amber. So what did Depp's team learn from this? Demonize Amber and...
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. 12 acts of violence and sexual violence. You couldn't even prove that he did what she said that he did, and you're still running around with this narrative, this lie. And I hope Johnny Depp sues her for running her mouth like that. Just the lies. Oh, and then to demonize Amber Heard, she just lies. So how can you demonize someone who's acting like a damn demon? Okay, I'm going to try to calm down. I digress.
Suppress the evidence. We had an enormous amount of evidence that was suppressed in this case that was in the UK case. In the UK case, when it came in, Amber won, Mr. Depp lost.
But here's the thing, you were able to get...
Okay, one last time. Okay. In the UK case, Amber Heard had a relationship with Elon Musk. Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch's nephew or somebody had a lot to do with the son and had pull within the courts. he was also on a board of Tesla. So Elon and Rupert Murdoch sort of pulled some strings for Johnny Depp to lose. And plus, Elon Musk was sleeping with Amber Heard all this time, until he realized that she was a little knot right upstairs in the head, and then pulled away from her. So she didn't have that powerful backing. You just need to get the backstory on that. All right.
Some evidence that you say demonstrated abuse. You certainly had her testimony. There were pictures, documents, all kinds of evidence. But in point of fact, the jury rejected it. You argued in your closing arguments that if they found even one instance of abuse, and it did not even have to be physical abuse, that they would have to find for Amber Heard, and they didn't.
And the other part to bear in mind here is nothing changed. The op-ed didn't even mention Mr. Depp by name. And so what basically they did here is demonize her. And they were able to suppress the medical records, which were very, very significant because they showed a pattern going all the way back to 2012 of Amber reporting this to her therapist, for example. We had significant amount of texts, including from Mr. Depp's assistants, saying, when I told him he kicked you, he cried. He is so sorry. That didn't come in.
Is there any other way to interpret this verdict, though, that this jury, for whatever reason, and I hear you on some of the evidence that they didn't hear, listening to Amber Heard, did not believe a single word?
You know, and that's because she was demonized here. A number of things were allowed in this court that should not have been allowed. And it caused the jury to be confused. We weren't allowed to tell them about the UK judgment. So the damages is completely skewed. There are no damages. It stopped at November 2, 2020, which is when the judgment came down in the UK.
Let me ask you about social media in this case. Unlike any celebrity case, certainly I've ever covered or ever seen, social media was a part of this. And it was incredibly lopsided and vitriolic against Amber Heard. Do you think that had an effect on the case?
Absolutely.
You think jurors were aware of it? They weren't supposed to be. They're admonished every single day. Don't look at it. Do you think they did see it?
How can you not? They went home every night. They have families. The families are on social media. We had a 10-day break in the middle because of the judicial conference. There's no way they couldn't have been influenced by it. And it was horrible. It really, really was lopsided, and I appreciate your saying that. It's like the Roman Colosseum, you know, how they viewed this whole case. I was against cameras in the courtroom, and I went on record with that and had argued against it because of the sensitive nature of this. But it made it a zoo.
Does your client want to appeal?
Oh, absolutely. And she has some excellent grounds for it. We even had tried to get the UK judgment in to dismiss his case because he already had his shot. And that's one of the issues, but also a number of the evidentiary issues. There was so much evidence that did not come in.
Is she able to pay a $10.4 million judgment?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Finally, in closing arguments, Amber's team argued that this would send a message, that it would send a message that no matter what you do as an abuse victim, you always have to do more. You need to be perfect in order for people to believe you if she did not get a favorable verdict. What message do you think this sends?
It's a horrible message. It's, as I said, a setback. It's a significant setback because that's exactly what it means. Unless you pull out your phone and you video your spouse or your significant other beating you, effectively, you won't be believed.
Elaine Charlson, Greta Hoff, thank you very much for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Where do I begin with this ball of mess of silliness? Okay. Look. Amber lost because she was the abuser and she lied. Now, I gotta say, Elaine is one of the most ineffective lawyers known to man. Now, she said something beyond stupid. I mean, this right here is stupid. That what is a woman going to do? Pick up her phone and show her her significant other or husband beating her up. Just like other women do when they get abused, they take pictures, not at a distance, but up close. Whatever they say happened to them, they have documentation that it actually happened, and not say that he took his hand, his fist, what had all the rings, and beat me up in the face and broke my nose, and then you bring a picture of your damn bruised arm. You are... Look, Amber got what she deserved. That they didn't believe her. Everything she... This lawyer really bothers me. Okay, let me take the emotion out of it. Forgive me. Alright. The points that she made, when I say she, I mean Elaine, were false. She's still relitigating the trial. The trial is over. Amber lost, and everyone in the world knows that she lied. So I don't understand why she's still telling this narrative that Amber's a victim. Amber was demonized. No. Everyone saw Amber for what she truly is. Abuser, a narcissist, a personality disorder, whatever. And a poor actress. Who was that? My dog, the bee, stung my dog. I digress. But Elaine should stay out, leave it alone, let it die down. She might be able to recoup something, but Elaine needs to stop. Let it die. That's what I would do. But then again, she has Amber Heard as a client. Well, after viewing that, what do you think? Please put your comments down there, whether if you think that Elaine was right, or if you think that Elaine is just a continuation of telling us Amber's lies. Please like, subscribe. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you. Passerbys, thank you. You could like, and even if you don't like it, dislike the video. It helps the algorithm. Most of all, I want to thank you for stopping by.